is the director of West Vancouver School District. Superintendent, whatever, not the same thing. Superintendent. The top guy. You can't get higher than Chris. Chris is somebody whose blog I found a number of years ago, and I found this blog called The Culture of Yes, and he sort of had me right with that title. I figured this is somebody that I need to know more about. And so he's been teaching me for a long time. We've been fortunate enough to have him share a few things for Discovery. He did our virtual conference. He's spoken at a few other things. And he also is, for those of you who don't know, star of a reality TV show, Property Brothers. And he didn't even sell it. There's a whole scam about this too, which I should actually blog about the whole scam of he and his family's thing. But anyways, it's
I do not need to know that it's a scam.
I know you want to believe in that. All right, well we'll share it to you some of that. But anyways, Chris is going to talk about swimming and maybe whales or not. But anyways, let's give a hand for Chris Kennedy. Press it once and then it'll time to talk.
All right. Am I good here? All right. Good evening, everyone. We'll just go. The 6 words that I probably say the most at home are, I love to watch you play. And there are a lot of things I enjoy about my kids, but there's probably nothing I enjoy more than watching them play sports. You know, I played sports growing up, and I wasn't very good, but I played hockey and soccer and baseball, and I wasn't super talented, but I loved the idea of competing. And so what I've seen with my kids is that the one sport they've come to love is swimming. And you know, that's kind of funny that they love swimming. I was a teacher in Richmond, and I taught Brian Johns, who was a 3-time Olympian. And he'd come to my class, and he'd just come from swimming practice, and I'd say, that's good that you keep on swimming. That'll get you ready for when you're ready to play real sports. You know, you keep training, and you'll eventually come around. And you know, I know with my kids, they're not going to the Olympics, but they'll get up every morning and throughout the summer to swim, right through tonight. And so, you know, I knew a lot about basketball and hockey and soccer, those sports I was familiar with, but the whole culture of swimming was brand new to me when my kids got into it. And it is its own culture. As I got into it, I was like, crap, this is really good. The values that are being taught here, the way that the kids are interacting with each other, these are what I want for kids, not just in sports, but in every part of their lives. And there's a whole bunch of things I love. That there are kids that are grouped together, and age and ability matter, but December 31st and January 1st, that cutoff that we love in schools, and that you shall never move on one way or the other, isn't true when it comes to swimming. When you look at those report cards, like those Red Cross ones, I understand that report card way better than I understand a school report card, and I've been in this business for a long time, but when I get a swim report card, I know what my kid can do and what they can't do. And as a parent, I'm not expected to be the coach or the teacher, but I'm expected to lend my expertise. And so when my kids swim in the summer, I have some skills, and I'm expected to bring those for my kids and for all kids, but I'm not expected to be one of the coaches. And my own kids, they're not expected just to work and swim in their own group, but they're also expected to help all the other kids. And isn't that what we want, where older learners are supporting all of our younger learners as well? And although they work as individuals, and swimming is that, it seems you think it's that quintessential individual sport, but they compete as individuals, but they're also part of a collective. And so, yes, it's important how they do as an individual, but it's also important how the whole class does. And they don't just have a practice and a test and a practice and a test. They have like 6 or 7 practices in a row before they have a test. And then they have 6 or 7 more, and then another competition. You know, so different than school, sometimes where we seem to be testing more often than we're teaching. And when I love this whole whiteboard that I came to learn that all coaches in swimming have, that they put up there for all the kids to see at the beginning of practice. And it outlines all the things they're going to do that day. And they're giving ongoing feedback. It's in the pool, before the practice, after the practice, before the race, after the race. The coaches are giving constant feedback, constant correction to help swimmers do better. And while, you know, winning is great, what I find the kids are obsessed with are their best times. That they want to be better than they were last week. They want to be a better version of themselves. And so when you ask, so how did you do? They'll tell you their time. They won't tell you what place they came in. And if they swam, and they swam the 50 meters in 1 minute at the beginning of the season, and 50 seconds at the end of the season, they're not telling you they're a 55-second swimmer. They're a 50-second swimmer because it's about best performance. And kids are just ridiculously engaged. They get up, my kids get up early in the morning to get to 6 a.m. practice, and will come back to the pool to help other kids and be there until 10 at night. That is so what we want with kids and learning. And sports have a lot of challenges, and I'm involved in a bunch of sports, and we're doing too much with early specialization, and there are some wacky coaches out there and some parents that have some grandiose visions about what their kids could be, and so they're not all great what they're trying to do in sports. But they're trying to connect in new ways, and that's what I'm seeing in swimming. Actually seeing that in a number of ways. There's a lot of sports right now, just like we are in schools. Because actually we know better than we did before about how we connect with kids and how kids learn. And so my kids are learning those same skills, I think, in the pool that we want for all kids no matter where they are. They're collaborative and creative and critical thinkers, and they're communicators, and they're learning life skills, because whether that's in the classroom or in the pool or in the gym, that's what we want. My thanks to Bob Fried, who gave me so many of those wonderful photos. Thanks, everybody.